Hello, this is Ishmael and welcome to my Java tutorial. In this tutorial I'll be showing you guys how to search and update, and most likely next episode I will be showing you guys how to delete. So let's get started. And one notice is when we going back to this class, when we use this WriteUTF, it adds an additional 2 bytes, so this should be 48, but keeping it 44 is fine because you're still going to loop through the record. But unless it's like 30 and you're writing, I don't know, 100 or something, that's just a big difference. Yeah. Alright, so just keep it 44. It's just that this will help us, you know, update a string or something like that. Okay, let's just the search function is very straightforward, so just go scanner cn equals new scanner system dot in. Okay, and we want to get a string, call it search equals cn next dot to lowercase, okay, or uppercase depending on what you want. And what we're going to do here, we're going to go into the for loop. We're going to just comment this out, just control /, and then we're just going to do an if statement. If the name, because I'm going to be choosing a name depending on what you're searching for, like an ID or some next number to get the person's, you know, details, I'm just going to use the name. So if search, don't do this equals name, that's wrong. That's going to compare the IDs. It's not going to work. So we want to compare the actual string. Using equals will actually compare the strings. So yeah. If search equals name, what we're going to do is copy and paste this, and hopefully it would print out what we want. Okay, Ishmael. Okay, I'm not really 65 years old, but yeah. And the other record, I think it's my brother, and yeah, it works fine. One mistake that someone shouldn't do is actually putting the scanner inside here. A lot of people have done it, I've seen it before. They put the scanner in the loop, so you'll just keep looping or something like that. Or the other mistake is the else statement, and then they go so not found. Okay, because this will actually show in your console, because let's say your record's at the end of the file, you'll just say not found, then it just shows it all of a sudden. So the best thing to do is actually do a boolean, go boolean, you know, found or something like that equals true. Okay, and else we just want to set the found to equal false. Okay, and then you make an other if statement outside the for loop. If found equals false, then record not found, or J option pane, or whatever you're using. That's just a tip. Okay, let's just move on and let's do some updating. Alright, let me just remove that because I don't. Okay, right now what we want to do is we're going to use a seek function. Alright, depending on what we want to update, if you want to update the name, which it can happen in real life, people when they change their names, you go file.seek 0, which is the beginning of the file, and we can do that, and it's easy. Let's say we want to update the age. As you've seen before, it said that I was 65 years old. So what we do is get the record, we times it by J, so this will actually get us the position of where the pointer is, and then we want to add 44 because I told you guys about the additional 2 bytes. So yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do here is seek that, and we need to do so please input new age. Unrealistic example, because your age doesn't change unless you're an immigrant that forged their ID, whatever. Don't want to go there. Alright, so what we want to do is go age equals cn next int. Okay, and what we want to do else is actually write file.write integer, and we want to write the age. Okay, and let's just demonstrate that real quick. Real quick. There we go. Ishmael says input 21. Okay, and then we're gonna try it again, see if it actually worked, and it worked. All right. It really depends. Like, we can play around with it and go 0 or instead of 20, because this using the seek function involves a lot of calculations. If you're using huge records, you actually have to calculate, but at the end it pays off and your database or your project comes out very effective. Alright, I believe I am done. Let's see how long I took. Not that long. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. I will be, cleaning up the code and doing GUI and all that stuff, because like people, don't usually code like this. Well, this is fine. I don't want to scare you guys, but like using methods and all that stuff, getters and setters and all that stuff. Anyways, stay in tune, subscribe so you can stay in tune. Stay in tune.